Hi, viewers. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today, we're going to be looking at a vital member of MAInc, the founder, Mr. Ginen Moodley. I'm your presenter today, Seshni Moodley. I'm a legal consultant at MAInc, and I will be leading this web series. So, Mr. Ginen Moodley,
Yeah,
how are you
how
feeling
you?
today?
Good, Seshni. Thank you for taking the time to do this. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you taking the time. I know as the founder and director, you have a very time conscious schedule. So I'm going to be brief.
Thank
So
you.
let's start off with the overall vision of MA Inc. Who or what inspired you to start this firm?
It's our history. I've been grateful to have a lot of individuals that inspired me, but fundamentally, it is my family. They've always been advocates of change and transformation and wanting, a fair participation from everyone. And then I come from a time, at least we've had great role models as well. Walter Sisulu, Nelson Mandela, Mahatma Gandhi, all were lawyers. Charlie Munger. There's so many great lawyers around us that have done great things. And I just wanted to create a vision of a firm that imbues these qualities into a firm. And we've been fortunate enough, we have one of the best constitutions as well. So I felt that it was time for a firm that was driven by the Constitution.
That's interesting. So would you say this firm is driven um, to make change within the Black communities that it serves?
Any underserved community, any marginalized community. I wouldn't say we were really racial focused, but initial start is when I saw the landscape, it's just law firms that protected the status quo and did what they did and used law as a tool to actually exclude people. So when I started the law firm, I wanted the biggest things at the time when I started, like 13 years ago, was transformation, where we wanted participation from historically disadvantaged individuals into the economy. And I thought, we'd have more trust if we also have participants that we have young Black professionals also gaining experience in corporate and commercial law. So we can have this merger or this alignment between new entrants as well as professionals, and we could meet at that space. But as I said, I'm excited that we've got a great team. We're very diverse. It's not, as I said, it started with that because that's what it needed at the time. But I'm grateful because I see a landscape of many firms that are really transformed and post the democracy. So I'm excited about this landscape or how it looks now.
That's great to hear. So the firm specializes in labor, commercial, and business law. How do these branches of law assist people within the business realm? So be it your employers, the employees, or business owners as a whole.
Okay, that's a good question. So what I want to do, I've always loved business, and I always knew I was going to end up in business in some way or not. Unfortunately, I landed in a legal space, which is a very tough industry. But what we wanted to be is we wanted to create that moat so that they could build an empire and business person. So we started, and we were grateful enough. Our anchor client is a family-owned business, and a shocking stat is 80% of all businesses, irrespective of listed or unlisted, is family controlled or owned. 80%, that's a huge number. So we were fortunate enough to get a business that are family owned, and we understand the dynamics, we understand the challenges and the pain points. And what we decided is we just wanted to be for business. We thought that if we focus on whatever a business person needs, from their estate planning to their structures, their tax obligations, their IP management, their labor part, the labor's a very big focus because we also are not pro-employee or pro-employer sort of balance. We want balance and holistic, a society that is fair to all within the reality that we face. So we wanted to be, as business person myself, I wanted to understand what are the needs of business people. And we just want to service those needs, whether it be buying a business, whether it be doing a due diligence, whether it be compliance, whether it's understanding BEE, environmental law, whatever you may need, we want you to be the people you go to. You have peace of mind. You can trust that we'd be with you. We have skin in the game. If we can be sued for negligence. We started off as in-house counsel, but we were outsourced. The client got the benefits of BE and tax, so it made commercial sense. So that's what we served. We were the in-house counsel, but obviously we were outsourced. So we just did everything. So we are general counsel. And if we need specialized expertise, we can call on a bunch of our experts we know who are subject matter experts. But from the core team that we've developed is if it's a business problem, we've probably dealt with it and we can deliver a solution.
That's very
Exactly.
interesting to hear. Yeah.
Thanks, Seshni.
S- So behind the commercial expertise lies the heart of MA Inc., wherein you value family-owned businesses as well, and you've got their best interests. I think that's a key differentiating factor when it comes to these commercial firms. Um,
Definitely. And we're not saying we don't act for corporates as well. We do, but we have that higher threshold where we can understand the stakeholder management and the challenges of dealing with a much more complex business, in my view, family-owned business, because the decisions that they make have significant ramifications because they don't really have outside investors that can come and save them at times. So, the risk factors we've dealt with are far higher, in my view than just maybe your corporate where the shareholders that you can always have a rights issue. So we've dealt mostly for large private companies.
hmm, interesting. So, here's a juicy question.
Yeah,
So, I stalked your LinkedIn and I saw that you have
yeah,
over 23 years of experience in this legal profession, and you've been the founder and director of Moodley Attorneys, or MAInc, for
yes.
over 12 years. Um, what has that experience taught you? How has that influenced you in your overall practice? And what values or lessons could you impart onto our viewers from your experience in this legal profession?
Wow, that's another good question, Seshni. I see. Yeah, you really did some homework here. So what I've learned is the law has gotten me into places that I wouldn't have been able to, and I'm grateful for it. And I'm grateful for always learning and never staying stagnant. The deep values and vision or values of it is we want to also create an environment that is healthy. We want to create an environment that is exciting. We want to create an opportunity for everyone to still love what we do. And it's been such a roller coaster. We've had so many lows, but we've had so many highs. So all I can tell you is business is you got to be persistent, you got to be disciplined, you got to be patient. Those are core values. You got to be honest with yourself. You got to be hungry for education. You've got to go and dig for opportunity. And those are the values we try and persist with. Family is very important. So we encourage people to take care of themselves, their mental health, their family. Those are core values to us because these things are important. And the law can consume you and it can become very, as they call it, a jealous mistress. It can take all your time. So you need to find balance. And yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do. And that's what I've learned over the period of time and still learning and enjoying it as every day is a new, exciting opportunity and challenge.
Oh, that's very refreshing to hear that you bring in the aspect of family life. I see on LinkedIn and other platforms, a lot of people complain that they don't have a family life because law does take over the entire life. So since we're on the topic of family, let's get a little bit personal.
Yes.
So, please enlighten the viewers on how your overall upbringing, the people that you've interacted with over the years, how has that influenced your overall philosophy that you've embedded into the culture of MAInc?
Thank you, Sesh. Another awesome question, and I love talking about it because I've had great parents. They were very motivating and structured. I have a very supportive wife who I wouldn't even be here without her. She supported the firm in the early years. For the first, I'd say, 5 years, it was extremely challenging. I've had great close family, my extended family, my uncles and aunts. I was an only child, had great friends as well. I had a sister that passed away when I was very young, which made my parents a little bit overprotective over me. But I learned a lot. I had great grandparents, very, level-headed, very encouraging, very motivating. Not, I'd say, discouraging and not overly harsh. Very enthusiastic, good role models, good individuals, and that's wants me to encourage. A lot of families don't have the support as I had, and I try and support anyone that comes into my circle as if they are uh, someone that needs that sort of circle and protection. So we're always trying to do that and maintain that. And yeah, so I have two fur babies, which is my little ones, and those are the ones I try and take care of as well. It's been nice knowing that I have to be the responsible one for them.
That's so heartwarming that you brought the fur babies into this. It just
Yeah.
showcases the heart behind MA Inc. You're here to offer legal expertise, but you're also here for support. And I think
Yes.
that's what clients need during their most vulnerable time, which often
Absolutely.
includes attorneys.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Moodley. It was a pleasure speaking to you, and I think I can express on behalf of all our viewers how much we enjoyed this engagement. Um, Before we end up, are there any final remarks from your side? Anything you'd like to just leave with our viewers?
I think my final remarks will be I appreciated the time, Seshni. Well done, and thank you so much for this. But I think what I want to at least communicate to the fellow watchers or viewers is we are here to support them and on their vision and what they want to dream. We, for dreamers and doers and pathfinders, people that want to shake things up and live that dream. We only have one life. So, take that a shot, live it to the fullest. And that's what we want to at least communicate to them. So if they have any questions, any inquiries, yeah, get in touch with us. You can reach us at info@mainc.co.za. Thanks, Seshni.
Thank you so much. Viewers, this now concludes our first episode of getting to know the team behind MA Inc. And stay tuned because there'll be many more, even one featuring me. Bye, everyone.
Bye.